Diapers on a plane. Are you ready to learn all about us?
Okay. Hi, my name is Gabriel, or Dad, and I enjoy spending time with my family, playing video games, and making art.
Hi, I'm Catherine, or Mom. I like reading, I really like writing, I like baking, and I really like dragging my kids all over the world.
Hi, I'm Minmore, and I like guitar and karate and playing outside in the snow, and I like playing with my family and my favorite thing to do is play with my mom and dad.
Did you want to play something?
And I'm going to show you the intro of Last Kiss and Stand By Me. First, it's going to be Last Kiss. To do was art and cooking and ballet. Today I am doing violin and showing you The Greatest Showman, and the song in it is called A Million Dreams. To gymnastics and doing ballet, and I like cooking too with mommy. And this time I'm gonna do the Horseshoe Village.
And my name is Miss Molasses, and I like warm milk.
So you ready to learn all about who Diapers on a Plane is?
Yes. So who is Diapers on a Plane?
We are.
Well, we are. Oh, us and our kids. We've got kids. Which you just
More
saw.
than just this one.
Yeah. So we are not a full-time travel family. We did not sell all of our belongings to go travel around the world for a year. That's not us.
We have a home in Utah, and one of our side projects is actually fixing that up. It needed a lot of work, and we're in the process of fully remodeling everything. We unschool/world school our kids. I have a part-time job at an airline, and Gabriel has a full-time job as a university professor.
Yep, where I teach video games. So on the side, though, we take every advantage we can to take our family traveling. We never travel without our kids. How we met, though, we met in Oregon, Portland, Oregon. We did not meet in Portland, Oregon. Okay, we'll just cut that out. So how we met in college here in Utah, and then moved to Portland, Oregon, where we were married. And our first family adventure was to the Philippines. About a year after we were married, we decided to go to for a couple weeks in the Philippines, and it was amazing.
It was my first time out of North America, and I really hadn't traveled beyond Mexico or Canada. I don't even think I'd been to Canada at that point, so it was huge culture shock for me. And I actually ended up getting really sick on the trip, and I wouldn't change any of it. It was an amazing adventure, and it changed my whole outlook about life and travel and experiences and adventure and all those wonderful things.
And this is our very first podcast, so you will get to know a lot about who we are as time goes on. But now we'd like to say, why are we creating a travel site and podcast?
Well, the first reason we started our travel site was because we weren't retaining any of our memories. We had taken all these great trips and we'd gone all these great places, and they were amazing and they were great experiences, but we weren't doing anything with them. They were just kind of things that we had done.
Right. And with the travel site, we've been talking about it for a long time as a way of Catherine's a writer and she enjoys writing and talking about the stories and adventures we go on. And so we really wanted that format with a travel blog and to share with a lot of other people, because people are always like very surprised that we travel with our kids everywhere, and they ask, why do you do it, how do you do it, all that stuff. So we wanted to have also a resource for anyone who wanted to travel with kids. Turns out there's a big community and we're excited to be a part of it, and we've been blogging for a little over a year now, and it has been really exciting. The amount of people that are interested in that, and that kind of led us into this, our first podcast, as another method of accompanying our blog.
Right, so what can you expect to find either on our websites or via our podcasts?
Yep, so we're not videographers or photographers, although we're always looking to improve our videos and photographs, which actually doing the blog has made us much more conscious of the photos we take, and obviously we take a lot more photos. It's surprising how many trips we've gone on where we come back, we say we have no photos of something we did.
Or we'll go on a trip and we'll come back and we'll be talking about it and we'll be like, oh, I want to look at the photos from that, and we'll be like, didn't actually take a photo of doing that. And it's always a big disappointment. So blogging has really enhanced our traveling in the respect that we now are more aware of what we're experiencing and that we want to be able to remember those experiences.
Right. So you can expect to see us basically taking advantage of every travel opportunity we can. And a big part of that is just showing our children the world.
And teaching them that the world isn't necessarily what you kind of have this preconceived notion of what it is. We're really not that different. And every place we go, we discover that there may be unique foods or unique practices or customs, that people all over the world are loving and kind, and we all came from the same kind of stock, and we're all here doing this whole game together.
Yeah, and so we want to show the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So not only the beautiful beaches and amazing locales that we'll visit, but also things like getting pickpocketed in Japan, or having our credit card stolen in St. Martin, or Dad doing something stupid in the Philippines and ending up in a basement somewhere shooting an Uzi. Those kinds of stories.
Because heaven knows we have plenty of them.
Yep. Yeah, there's just as many travel fails as there are travel successes, but we wouldn't trade it for anything.
So you're not going to find us on this side of the camera with somebody else following us around. This is our travels through our lens. The things that we see, the things that we experience, the things our kids do, even some of you probably see me in a lot of videos being a little frustrated, trying to corral everybody, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, like traveling with kids is amazing. It's also incredibly frustrating because you're traveling with kids. So it comes with the whole spectrum of experiences. So moving on from what you can expect, let's talk about when you can expect to hear about this. So for the blog, for the podcast, we're hoping to shoot this weekly, to make it a weekly podcast. So whether we're off at a location filming an episode, or at our home studio like we are now. But as far as when do we travel?
As often as we can. which with Gabriel being a university professor, that means a lot in the summer, which also kind of stinks for flying standby because that's when everybody else is flying as well. But we try and fly during every break we can. We try and fly a lot during the summer and do a lot of travels then. We try to utilize long weekends. And sometimes we just pick up and go when the situation presents itself.
Yeah, which means oftentimes because it's breaks, you might find us somewhere interesting every Christmas. Last Christmas we spent it in Norway, and that was a crazy up and down adventure. But when we started traveling, I did work in the game industry for several years, and you work a lot of hours, but they also gave us long stretches of comp time, and I think that is part of what started this travel bug for Catherine and I. And I would be working, 80-hour work weeks for long periods of time, and to help pass that time, Catherine would plan vacations for when I had breaks, and so that kind of turned into a big thing of taking advantage of those breaks, because we wanted to spend as much time together as a family as possible because we had those stretches apart.
Because when you're at home, you've got too much to take care of. You've got errands and shopping and dinners and work and schoolwork and all of these things, and when you're on vacation, it's the only time that you really get to just set all of that aside and say, this is our time for each other.
Yeah. And because we take opportunities as they come, a lot of our travels aren't planned well in advance, and because we fly standby so much, we might go to the airport and not get on a flight, and that kind of cancels that adventure for a time.
So we go home. Or we might just change the itinerary based on what's available at the airport. So where do we travel then?
Where do we travel?
We have traveled to date so far, if our memory serves, Canada, Mexico, 25 out of the 50 states in the U.S., the Caribbean, Iceland, France, Spain, Switzerland, Italy, the Netherlands,
China, Japan, Philippines, Australia.
And Antarctica is my personal bucket list.
I'm just anywhere. We haven't been in North Korea, but we're hoping to go to South Korea this summer, as well as a lot of other places we haven't been yet. So we travel wherever there's an open seat on flights because we fly standby. It allows us to fly cheap and take advantage of opportunities we wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. So we definitely take advantage of that. So we fly anywhere. We'll travel anywhere. So the next question, I think the finale of this first podcast we're so excited about is how can you find us? How can people find us, Catherine?
So we are on Instagram, Diapers on a Plane, Twitter, Diapers on a Plane, Facebook, Diapers on a Plane. You can find us on all the social media channels.
And if you have any questions, you can email us at contact@diapersonaplane. We would love to hear from you. Any questions you have about traveling standby, even if you have ideas for working with us or or topics you'd like to hear about. We would love to get your feedback.
Absolutely. So please check us out, subscribe, and we will talk to you next week about what it means to fly standby on a buddy pass.
Episode number 2 coming up.